The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 237, Nasdaq's up 71, S&Ps are up 31, gold contract down 450, trading at $18.09 an ounce. We got silver up 7 cents, $19.60 an ounce. Light sweet crude, Tommy and I will have those numbers for you, 10:30 this morning, up 18 cents right now, $40.47 a barrel. Notes and bonds. We get the 10-year down 5 ticks right now, 139.09. 30 off 21 at 171.20 and King Dollar. King Dollar down 297 ticks, trading 95.961. The euro is at 114. The yen is out here at 106.73, and the British pound is at 126 to 1 U.S. dollar. Tom O'Brien, what's going on?
What a day in the market, man. Green all over the board. And where do we start?
I think we start with those Goldman Sachs numbers. I mean, they sold this off a bit. 225 to 217, but it's still up 381. And you talk about some monster numbers, man. Pretty amazing, man.
You almost can't beat any more, man. I mean, 13.3 billion, more than 3.5 over what they lost, and they just lost $10 on the open. Ouch.
Just give them some more volatility. That's all they're gonna need.
Seriously.
Let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks at TD Ameritrade. Think or Swim, as we do every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And don't forget, folks, every trading day right here. Outstanding show. You want to understand the option market, option strategies, futures, has it all. Kevin Hinks and his team. If you haven't test driven yet the Think or Swim platform, so easy to do. You're sitting on the site right now. Just hit the banner, bring it up. They'll allow you to trade with paper money. Follow Kevin and his team every trading day. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. You know, if you listened to Fast Market yesterday, we gave you a hint.
You did. I was listening.
Goldman Sachs' earnings was going to be. And we told you, because J.P. Morgan's trading revenues were so big, that if their trading revenues were big, Goldman's were going to be big as well. And that was a precursor to Goldman's earnings. So, yeah.
It's really cool,
Kevin. Goldman Sachs, I know that they're traders.
No, it's totally.
If trading volumes are big, that's going to favor them for sure.
Right. And you know what's so cool, folks, okay, is that he's got a great show. That's the bottom line. Understands options, strategies upside down, been in the market a long period of time, all of the above. The thing that's so cool, Kevin, right, is that we're all looking just for a little edge, and there's no doubt the market was giving us that, right, with the aspect of how J.P. Morgan came out. So, right. It's phenomenal what Goldman did. There's no two ways about it, man.
Right.
But you can see the differential in these big banks when they're into the capital market so dramatically, right? I mean, it's
right. And Goldman doesn't have that weight of traditional banking like Wells Fargo,
yes,
like what cut into J.P. Morgan's earnings.
Right.
Right. So they had all the positives and none of the negatives.
Right.
Yeah. From financials. So,
yeah.
It wasn't brain surgery. It's just understanding what Goldman does and what they don't do.
Sure.
And taking the gold standard, which is J.P. Morgan, and then putting that over into Goldman's earnings.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You know, it's amazing too if we just go to J.P. Morgan for a second, it's pretty wild that if you didn't know this, folks, J.P. Morgan was basically they took the money in 2007, 2008, but they actually didn't need it. They were almost forced to take it. It seems that they're so together, it's pretty amazing. And what I'm talking about, Kevin, is the aspect that they can have so many bad loans out there, but they have enough money and they seem to cover it pretty quickly, meaning that, okay, right, I'm going to put this bread aside, man. And it's been consistent. It's been consistent for so many years. It's pretty amazing, actually, man. Do you know what I mean?
Right. I mean, I got the pleasure once of meeting Jamie Dimon because for a while on the CBOE, I was the specialist in Bank One,
okay,
which he was chairman of before they merged with J.P. Morgan.
Yes.
And I spent the day with him, and I'm telling you, this guy is the goods.
Yeah.
In terms of CEO, in terms of risk analysis, in terms of understanding the markets, he is a cut above the others. So it's not surprising that he understands these markets and understands it doesn't mean you don't take risks. Matter of fact, you do take risks, but you just understand the risk. And I think he does that.
No doubt. Hey, I want to switch gears with you for a second.
Sure.
Soybean meal. I know that's your number.
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
Hey, let me add, this is pretty wild, man. So, Kevin, I know, I'm a technical guy. I look at the fundamentals. I know you're a fundamental guy, but technically, I've been watching this, man, and this thing is set up so beautifully, man. I mean, it had a monster sign of strength, like June 30th going all the way up to the 6th. See, I love it when you have a sign of strength, then you back down to that sign of strength, because to me, that broke the whole downtrend that we've been in for a while. So what are you looking at soybean meal?
All the grains rallied off the acreage number.
Okay.
Because the acreage number that came out, I believe it was June 30th.
That's right. It was.
June 30th.
Exactly.
All the acres in soybeans and corn were all light.
Yes.
We're all on the low side. So less acres means a smaller crop. Smaller crop means less carry out and less wiggle room.
Okay.
So that made the grains rally. Now, why did they sell off? Probably having to do with really good weather in the Midwest and good rain and things like that. I mean, now that you get into planting, it's weather.
Okay.
Right? And you know what they say, if it rains on LaSalle Street in Chicago, the grains are going to be down. So, rain in the Midwest makes grains sell off. So grains have been a little heavy after that big run-up.
Yeah.
And you can see it. It's in soybeans. It was in soybeans as well. It's a very similar chart.
It is.
So
I get the chart up as you're speaking right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a powerful chart, man. I mean, for a technical person, it's a very powerful chart, because what happens is that as you break a large downtrend, that's 5 months ago, and then you come back. I like, and it certainly is come back with tremendously lighter volume, man. I mean, they were buying it on the way up, and they're selling it, but yesterday we only did 40,000 contracts, and you're going up with like 71,000, and you're going up with 81,000. So that's going to be interesting.
That move on June 30th, and then the day after. Remember, it looked like it was a 2-day move, July 1st. I mean, that's massive.
I know.
In soybean meal and beans.
Right.
Those were big. Those were big moves. And these in general, these grains are historically low.
No,
in terms of their overall value. So any hiccup in weather or size of crop, you saw what can happen in the smallest deviation from what expectations are. You can see how these things can rally.
And Kevin, if we go to the dollar, the dollar's down 276 today, nothing heavy. It was down 400. That correlation there still is in the soybean meal too, meaning if we get a lower dollar, the bottom line is that there's going to be more demand for the commodity in general, probably, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What you understand is when the dollar's low, and we've been talking about the dollar in this 96 level for a couple of weeks now.
Right.
That it had and you can see it hit at about 2:35 Chicago time, probably 3:35 East Coast time. It hit there, and you can see the stop orders kick in on the dollar.
I know.
From the 96
I know.
level.
Pretty wild. Listen, folks, 45 minutes from now, outstanding program. Kevin, you have a great one, safe one. We look forward to the program.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 275. We get the NASDAQ up 52. S&Ps are up 32. And we are going to get oil up, Tom. Let's go over to that whisper number.
We sure are, man. Always interesting. Last week we came into this number flirting with between 40 and 41 as well. And we're right back to that number, man.
Let's see. I know. It's been staying at the top of this range, man. Okay,
it has.
So crude oil inventories. That's it, right? Right there? Yeah.
I'll pull your screen up. Let me see.
Okay, so.
Yep, you got it.
They got the whisper number of.
Oh man,
that looks like a draw of 6.9 million, right? Oh
you got it, man. There must have. What was the API? There's always a huge divergence. If maybe we had a huge miss on the API potentially. But yeah, that's saying the whisper number is looking for a decline of almost a draw of 7 million barrels. The median analyst survey numbers call it almost flat to up 250,000 barrels.
Yeah. CL. Okay, let's bring this up. It's hanging right at the top of this range, man. So 40.29. See what we did out here yesterday.
Okay, so the API showed a drop of, I think, 8 million barrels plus.
Okay.
8.3. There we go. So that makes sense. Well, yeah.
So you're pushing. This was pushing the highs with volume. So bottom line is that's saying that that thing is. There's going to be a big draw, man. Okay, so let's go back to that thing. WH.
And you see the pop, I think, last night at 4:30, right? We were trading, which is interesting, right where we kind of are right now at about 40.25. You pop initially on that API to 40.86. You make it all the way, and then early this morning at 9 a.m., man, you just drop out of bed. So.
Okay, so minus 9,200.
Boom, I like it.
That's 9.2 million right there, right?
You got it, man. You got it.
Okay, so we're going bullish here, folks.
Perfect.
That's what it looks like. This will be interesting seeing how this thing shakes out. I mean, it's been laying up there for a long period of time. It'd be interesting if that has to do with the aspect of the dollar just going lower or, in fact, that the drawdown is so dramatic. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, yes. You know, it's remarkable. I was looking at this morning that the S&Ps climbed above the June highs that we had.
Yes.
In terms of that high, 32.31. That was June 8th, June 9th. then you kind of fell out of bed. We made it to 32.33 this morning, and you're backing all the way up, man, to February 25th, the last time we saw that price in the S&P. Now, what I didn't realize is that you're also backing up to where you're flirting with positive for the year in the S&P for 2020. Staggering, man. And when you look at that line, it's right up to where we were. We fell out real quick. I mean, even if you oscillate between 3,000 and 3,200, man, that's a great territory when we were at 2174. But we'll see. You know, it's just
it's hard to comprehend. But
it's hard to comprehend. It is. The NASDAQ, I believe it, man. There's no reason why that can't be well above. There's a lot of companies in the S&P 500 that are going to be hurt for a year or 2 or 3 years, man, that are not going to be able to capitalize like Amazon and Walmart are. You know?
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you look at the NDX, I mean, you know, this has been the strongest indice, folks, no doubt about that. That being said, to me, this is the way that it's operating is telling me that this is going to lead us down. So we'll see. I mean, you know, the bottom line is that inside the NDX there's no doubt. You get Apple gapped up tremendously today. You're at $3.95. You know, bottom line, you have $6. Tesla, you know, last time I looked, it was in the red.
It is
still in the red slightly. Nothing heavy though, but you're in the red. I heard you in the news that Amazon had been flat. Let's see where Amazon is. Well, Amazon's down 29 now. Okay, so.
I mean, talk about holding up well though, because Amazon has all this benefit. Because everybody else is in trouble, right? They got to take business from somebody. The economy just didn't double from when Amazon was at 1626. So how are all these stocks getting all that back? But Amazon's not trading lower, right? You know, where's the seesaw there?
No, I'm with you. And then Netflix out here is flat. So and I believe Netflix is tomorrow at 4 o'clock, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 o'clock. And they come out right at the split second of 4, by the way, folks. Some of these equities, they just trade different. No, they don't trade differently. They come out differently when they come out with numbers. And Netflix and Google, two of them that, like, it's a split second after 4 o'clock that they just jam those numbers right out there. Well, and the point there is that it's pretty cool because you can trade the NQs in the futures market, you know, till 4:15, so there's a real action out here.
There'll be some movement in that NASDAQ for sure, man.
There is. Let's go over to the silver market and take a look at silvers now. Silver, folks, continues to catch a bid, which is pretty cool because this has been the biggest laggard inside of the metals market. And this thing is hanging, you know, right at its highs. It overtook the $19.12. 21's coming at us, so right now you're at 1966. And it's been getting the volume behind it. Let's see what we got out here yesterday. We had like 83 the day before. Yeah, at 85. Yesterday we had 73. You're at 35 right now, which is pretty good. 35 is going to probably give us around about 75, 80. And that's, you know, I'd like to see 100 in there. But the bottom line, 75, 80 is not bad as it's jamming into the top of that range.
Sure. Yeah.
Some of the higher volume equities. Let's see if we get what we got out here today. You got Modera, of course, that's the big one.
Yeah.
That's up. And if you want us to take a look at Modera, folks, and see how high volume highs get tested, this is a classic setup, man. You had on the 18th of May, you had a high volume high, 81 million shares, $87, right? You pull back. And you pull back fast and furious to 46, okay?
Yeah.
That being said, you know, the 46, you know, it traded there for about, 2 weeks from in April until the beginning of May. And then what you saw, there was no sellers, folks, as this was coming down to the highs of the lows, which is 46.13. Now you only get to 55 on the way down. You didn't even get close to that. You can start seeing the strength on, what day is today? Wednesday? Yeah, on Monday.
Yes.
See, I mean, it had strength on Monday. So whatever was happening on Monday, I was like, okay, man, this thing wants to go test this area. Now, today's a big day, folks, because we tested the area. It looks to me like you got plenty of volume. It only needs 81 million, and you get 39 million. So, you know. The market's just itching for any type of news. It's so interesting, isn't it? I mean, you know, it'll grab anything. It's
you know, this one's pretty encouraging. It's a long way to go, right? No matter what. It was 45 people. They're going to have massive phase 3 testing, you know, in terms of with thousands of people. You're going to have placebos, so a much different deal. But there were 45 people in the study, man. They all had neutralizing antibodies.
Okay.
they were strong. That's 45 out of 45. Ain't bad, man.
No, it's huge. And imagine, Boston's on fire anyway, meaning in a great way, folks. And this Moderna is right in the biotech center in Cambridge.
Sure.
25 employees, okay?
Yeah, biomedical research, man. There you go.
Give me a break. 25 employees. In 2020, folks, their revenue is $113 million. They expect $1.7 billion in 2021. So evidently, Tom, they're expecting that they're going to get this virus, because how do you go exponential 17
Look at the
times?
look at the first quarter revenue next year, $744 million. It drops back down after that. They got a lot of variance in there.
Yeah, slightly.
I'm sure.
Right?
I'm sure.
All right. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are going to be coming back and get you those oil numbers. We have the Dow up 297, Nasdaq's up 94, S&P's up 39. Come right back.
Minus 9.2 million barrels. Here we go.
Yeah.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Hey, that API kind of got it there. It looks like
pretty close, yeah.
Yeah, minus 7.4 million barrels. That's the draw.
Not bad. You're pretty close. You're 1.7 off, man, but a decline of 7.5. There might be a bunch of people clustered around there just because
we'll find
of.
out. Here we go. Top 10.
Top 10.
Okay.
There we go.
We'll find out.
10th place.
Bummer. Okay, that's life in the city.
They were all jumping on that API train, man, and it was pretty close.
Yeah.
Oil just nudged up about 15 pennies from 40.50, trading at about 40.65 right now.
Totally. So look at this stock. Some of the Tigers are trading this in the dens here. Gene. Biotech company does advanced DNA genetic research and testing. The company has sold gene-based patents that include sequence analysis. They don't make any money. They actually don't even take any money in. It's like $25,000 or something.
So they're going to plan large-scale manufacturing of a test that could predict whether a person has COVID-19, I believe.
They got quite an expansion, man. I mean, they opened at 277. This is going to be another Robin Hood rocket, I'm sure. Look at that thing. My God. This is such a trip, man, just between biotechs and whatever it is. This is a brave new world, man. I mean, it certainly is.
Yeah, I mean, it's that type of thing that you have a discovery, some of these biotechs, man, and you are the one and that they go to for whether it's a test, a vaccine. I mean, you're 0 to 100 overnight.
Yeah, and let me see. One of the Tigers is telling me to put this on a monthly. Let's put this on a monthly.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Oh, I see what he's looking at, though. This is what he's looking at. He's looking at
Go ahead, sorry.
The lows of the last high is $9.52. So what does happen, folks, is that they can run it to that. That's crazy, man.
I just put it on a weekly, man, going back 3 years, and it's like they must come out once every 3 months that they're going to
do something,
change the world, and it lasts a week.
Right.
I mean, that's crazy, man. As in, you were up at 820, and when is this? January of 18. You spiked to $5 in July of 18, and you were back within a week to $4. Just crazy spikes.
Yeah.
So beware.
It's definitely a video game. We are in the video game. There's no doubt, man.
Some of these stocks are in the storytelling business, man. So be careful.
Yeah. No doubt. Yeah. Let's go take a look at the euro. So the dollar's getting hammered out here, folks. Euro. Okay. So we'll see where the euro can make it. The number on the euro, folks, for a break topside is 114.22. Now you're over it right now, but just slightly. 114.26. This euro is telling me, man, I think the euro is going to get to this 118. That's what it looks like. Let me see. Is it 118 or even higher than that? No, it's 125, man. I mean, this is a decisive break of that downturn that we've been in since, what's that, 2018. That's February of 2018. That's how that's set up. And it's a much lower range. We've been in this lower range, look at that, since 2015. Man, that's 5 years.
Yeah, it is.
That's
true.
And you break out of something of a 5-year downtrend, folks. That's a big deal.
Definitely.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And you can't keep gold down. The bottom line is that they got it down, pops right back up once again. Now, today's going to be a big day out here. The reason being, folks, is that we already have 131,000 contracts in gold. It went from 1804 to 1814. Bottom line, you're going to end up doing like 230 to 250, and that's a good number, man. That's a big number. The biggest one we've done so far is 280. We did 280 last Wednesday. Yesterday, you did the rejection of lower price, pushed it higher with 250. So that's a good number, man. It's a real number, and they're buying it. So the real question is going to be, does that dollar go lower? And if we get the dollar, I suspect we're going to 94. If you break 94, folks, you're going to 88. And 88 would be quite a number. Talking 2-3 months, something like this. But bottom line, that's where I suspect we're actually going right now. Tesla. Let's go back to Tesla for a second. I wonder why they can't run Tesla right now. Yeah.
They might be out of a little bit of juice, man. I mean, there's 1,500, right? You were just at 1,000 on June 29th. You were trading at 948. So you got to be happy with 50% return since that date.
Oh, there's no doubt. There's no doubt about that.
It's just mind blowing, man.
Yeah, because what they haven't been able to do, and this is what's so intriguing about the Nasdaq right now, is that they haven't been able to run them as they've run them. And what might have happened there, folks, and this is where this gets really intriguing, because we came down so fast from those levels, that you got to build more cars because they're very well maybe a lot of traders that were running it on a continual basis up at those levels right now. And they're just got their fingers crossed saying, okay, I need someone to basically bail me out of this deal. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. These markets are climbing again, man.
They
42
are.
Right now.
Let's go into the Dow and see the strength versus the weakness inside the Dow. So, look, there's only one red stock in the Dow. It's Home Depot. It's only putting 3 negative points in the Dow. You get Apple putting 41 positive, Boeing 29, Visa 27, Goldman 25. It's kind of spread right across, the industry in general.
I was just going to say the airlines up huge today, of course. The cruise lines, those have some volatility. They have a long way to go, man. It's encouraging news, but it's 45 people to give the other side of it. They have to have tens of thousands. I think they that type of study where you're giving it to people ahead of time to actually make sure it works, right? All they just did is they made sure that you have antibodies. There's been no actual test of the people who get the vaccine. You're exposed to the virus, and then does it actually prevent it? So there's a long way to go.
There's definitely a long way to go. And then what happens, of course, is that then you have to get the people that will travel. You have two different aspects here. It can be safe. Then you have to convince people that it's going to be safe.
I see the next battle as making sure that we can disseminate that vaccine and make sure we take it to get to that level, man. I mean, once the vaccine's out there and the numbers go down, I think that the job does itself, So that's going to be the next hurdle I see.
Right, and then I heard you talk about this a little this morning. Then it's going to be a question of who takes the vaccine, who doesn't, because we know that the battle has been on there for quite some time about vaccines in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that will be the next battle that's out there.
It will. It will. Yeah, the vaccine's pointless if we don't take it. So
the aspect of being safe, I would say, is going to be one of the hardest things out there. And I'll just give you an idea. So St. Pete folks just opened the pier. It's a $100 million deal, right? Beautiful place, right? Now, I haven't been out there yet, which is like crazy, okay? But it's not crazy because I suspected that, you know what, there's so many great things to see out there that it was like, you know what, man, if I went out there, I'd want to sit down and have a beer. And so in the St. Pete Times this morning, Tom, right, they had the pictures of it and the place is open. And sure enough, the place that I wanted to have a beer, I mean, you should see how jammed it was. It's like, you're just walking into hell. I mean, it's like, okay, that doesn't make any sense at all.
It's too crazy right now in Florida, man. It is.
Dow Industrials right now up 365. You get the Nasdaq up 98. S&Ps are up 43. Stay right there. Tommy and I are coming right back. In fact, we're going to come back with our man, Mr. Teddy Cakestat. We're going to be talking currencies, man. Stay right there.
Perfect.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow. Dow Industrials right now up 386. We get the Nasdaq up 101. S&Ps are up 44. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Teddy Kegstad, as we do each and every Wednesday at 40 past the hour. You can reach Teddy every trading day, folks, at forex-trading-unlock.com. That's forex-trading-unlock.com. Teddy Kegstad, what's going on, brother?
Hi, Tom. Hi, Tommy. Well, the dollar bears are raging right now, right?
Yes, we are.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, we were talking about that last week about how, you know, we're looking for a longer-term little weakness in the dollar. And, wow, we really have been seeing it the last couple of days. You know, it's funny that the last 3 weeks, the dollar's ended the week kind of strong, you know, relatively on like the end of the weekday, you know. Yeah. But the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday trade has really been burying the dollar over the past couple of weeks, and we really got it going on right now.
You know, it's going to be interesting here. I guess, you know, last week, Teddy, it kept rejecting, you know, the dollar index kept rejecting that 96,385, and then it finally did it. So it's going to be intriguing here, you know, how it's going to deal with this 95,716 men. You know what I mean? But
sure. Well, you know, the area you're talking about right now, we haven't seen that since back in June 10th when the dollar index bottomed. Yes. You know, so and like you're saying right now, this is a critical area to see how we react today, and it's really interesting because the euro, the pound, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, the yen, everything is stronger versus the dollar today, except for one currency. And this is kind of interesting. We have a little bit of divergence going on here. Okay. The U.S. dollar Swiss, it bottomed out already last week, and it tried to come back and hit the dollar again this week. But today, it made a higher move low and rallied. So, and now it's just hovering below, making a higher move high on a daily basis. So while the euro is rallying against the dollar, the pound, you know, these are all pressing new move highs. We have a little bit of divergence. Yeah. And while they're still pushing the dollar down, this one hasn't been able to push the dollar down. It actually failed today.
No, that's quite. No, I can see that, man. Not only that, I mean, if this Swiss goes up a little bit more, I would almost break its downtrend of the last 3 months or something, right?
Isn't that something that while the dollar index is getting hammered, all of a sudden the U.S. dollar might have an uptrend beginning against the Swiss, right? You know,
so that would be intriguing because if that's what we get, then you're really going to watch the dollar that it can turn in a second, right? I mean,
absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
I can see
and that's what I think we're looking at is I think that the whole world's looking at the broad base. Yeah. And, you know, you and I both know that the yen, the Swiss, and the U.S. dollar are flight to quality currencies. Right. Now the U.S. dollar is getting hammered versus the yen today. I mean, it's getting smashed, you know. So, and that's interesting, too, because the yen over the past 4 months, except for a few volatile days where it actually had either a trend move or just a large range, it's had a very tight range. It hasn't really gone very much as far as action. And now today we have the dollar getting beaten up in a very harsh way. And then since in the past hour, right before I came on, I was listening to your last show, and when you guys started the new hour,
yes.
That's when the dollar started to kind of gain a little bit of strength and come back.
It did.
So I think that the euro and the pound, they're still going to keep pressing it because the trend is your friend. Higher move highs and higher move lows are indicative of what? An uptrend,
right.
Correct? But with the Swiss, like I said, today's bottom on an intraday basis, if it breaks out to the upside over the next day and a half and makes a higher move high, you're getting a neutral call there. And that's where I think you're going to start to see some interesting divergence. And I was looking at the interest rates, and I think you can see why the dollar is doing this. Because the 30-year bond and the 10-year and stuff like that, they're ticking up in price, so obviously lower rates, okay?
Yes.
And as the 30-year starts to inch back up towards that higher end of the range where it was after we set the spike back in March, that's giving us a signal about what the big money is doing out there and where interest rates are going. We have a split geopolitically. You have the EU starting to really work with China, where we still have whatever trade deal we're dealing with right now with China. So they're going in a different direction, but then we also have the UK deal too, so I think that we're going to start to see politics really come into play with the dollar. And I think that the dollar definitely against these other currencies is going to start to continue, being the bear that it is, with gold rallying, interest rates staying low. But the one thing is, I think that volatility, we could get a snap. So when this dollar does turn, you get your biggest corrective moves when they're counter trend moves,
right.
So, and if just a dollar snapback could be a very, very big, fast trade. And one of the things I was looking at, you guys are equity guys. Look at what happened with Tesla, just from Fridays to Monday. I mean, the stock rallied $150 on Friday. It opened $100 higher. I mean, the low on Thursday, I think, was $1,400. It was $1,800 on Monday was the high, So I looked at the options, and I remember back in the 90s, you guys remember when Qualcomm and AOL and all those high flyers, they were booming before the dot-com bubble. We had the big stock market correction.
Right.
Well, that was back, and I used to tell people, options expire, 90% of them are worthless.
Right.
But back then, you could buy straddles and strangles every single day and sell them out because they had this crazy $30, $40, $50 moves. Now we're looking at $100 moves in these stocks. I know. So, and I had a conversation with a CBOE guy actually on Monday. I'm like, the last time I saw this kind of like pricing and cost levels where you could do this, where you could actually be buying volatility like this and selling it out in the afternoon, it was right before we had a big calamity in the markets, and that has nothing to do with the economy. That's just a pricing mechanism. It is. Right? I mean, you know how when you start rolling in, I mean, options, you use that because it's leverage. It gives you a better deal, but when you're putting up now for, a month and a half out spread, it costs you $4,000 or $5,000 to put on a straddle or a strangle. That's expensive pricing. I don't care what the stock is.
There's no doubt. And, when you brought it up, I actually so Qualcomm folks had gone from 200 to 800 in basically 2 months. And I got 200, it was an ABC up. I got the last 200 points out of it, right? And I remember saying, this is sick. And just so if you don't understand this, folks, Qualcomm went from $920, okay? Well, here, I'll just give you the stat. In 2 months, it went from $270 to $980, and then 3 months later, it was back to $290.
Yeah.
That was the most bizarre thing in the world. I was thinking that, okay, this would take a little bit. I think that move was like in 6 or 7 days. I mean, it was like insane.
Right.
But the same thing happened to me. I came back and said, okay, man, we haven't seen that since then. Do you know what I mean? So.
Sure.
This
and
I think that's going
to hit the interest rates and the currencies with this kind of pricing. When you have this kind of thing, when that bubble blows, we're going to see it's going to make March look like a joke. What happened in the currencies? You know what I mean?
Cowboy, man.
Absolutely. So,
well, listen, man, it is always a pleasure. Great education. I'm going to be keeping my eye on that Swissy all day long here, man. Okay.
Me too.
Yeah, it's the only one I got for you guys. It's the only buy.
Oh, it's a good one.
Right now.
It's a good one, man. It's a good good one.
Parity right now, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, brother. Have a great weekend. Safe weekend. Look forward to speaking to next Wednesday.
Thanks, guys. Take care. You too. Be safe.
Thanks, Teddy.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials up 360, Nasdaq's up 113, S&Ps are up 45. We're coming right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archived workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Bam!
The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The gold report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The gold report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the gold report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the gold report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We at the Dow up about 348. Nasdaq is up 109. S&Ps are up 23. And, folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, you are going to see right under featured content. Tom just started a newsletter, Rocket Equities and Option Report. So tell us about this newsletter, Tom.
Yeah, so I launched it on Monday. What it's going to be is it's going to be a week-long report. That report coming out every Monday for the market, and then going from there. I've had updates every day. I had one yesterday, afternoon, and I look forward to having one probably tomorrow as well. But you can check it out. It's normally $97 a month, and right now, maybe can you hear me?
I can. No, we got you good.
Okay,
I have it up,
perfect.
And it's $97 a month. You can hit subscribe. Go ahead.
No, thanks. My Skype was acting weird for some reason. I just want to make sure. So it's $97 a month, and this month only through July, so July 15th, you can save 50%, man. You hit subscribe From there, you'll add the promo code ROCKET, ROCKET. You add that code. Make sure you hit the add button. Once you do, you'll see the 50% off, $48.50. You can lock that in as a charter member, man. So full report on Monday. I started off slow. I thought we were having tech problems, man. But yeah, so I had 2 updates yesterday, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, an update again today, as we're looking to build a portfolio, man, of longer-term investments along with a section for shorter-term trades, whether it's options or equity trades. Should be a good time, man. I encourage people to check it out. Of course, it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. If it's not your style, if it's not what you're looking for, please try it out. You can cancel, get a money-back guarantee, and nothing to risk, man. Lock in that rate, and I look forward to appreciate the people out there that are signed up. We had some good action starting yesterday, and we hope to keep it going, man.
That's right. As one of the Tigers is saying, go Rocket, man. Totally.
I like it. Totally. Thanks, Jake.
Folks, stay right there. We got Think or Swim coming up next. And I'm Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Go get him, folks.